What's good?
Protests and riots have broken out in Wisconsin after police were reported shooting a black man several times as he attempted to enter his vehicle. Large crowds gathered outside the Kenosha police station, and protesters clashed with police officers at the scene of the officer-involved shooting.
Yikes.
Vehicles were also set on fire, and there were reports of looting and people vandalizing the local courthouse as protesters voiced their anger at the latest incident of a black man being shot by police.
Why would they be angry? I don't get it. That was Tim Pool. 11 hours ago, he posted this. State of emergency declared. Leftists aim rifles at cops. Shooting will spark mass riots once again. This was in Wisconsin. Don't know the details. Yeah, I just heard about this a couple hours ago. But what I wanted to do... Oh, it's Fresh 2020. It's the Vlogcast Daily, brought to you by Canatonic.co. Use the code FRESH2020 for instant savings on your CBD needs. For people, for pets, for progress. Amen. What I was looking for was this beat that the homie sent me. And he was like, bruh, I bet you can't. I bet you can't. Me like that. Why don't it do my back? It's familiar. Baby Blue instrumental. Oh, that means YouTube gonna trip. Yeah, that's what that means. I need original beats and no samples to clear, cause I don't have time to meet with your attorney. I meet with your agent. I don't know the mechanical rights. I'm not a music major. I'm just a freestyle rapper, freestyle fresh. I'm mad as a hatter, so I'm told. People keep calling me Trump supporters. Goddamn, they bold. I support every living and breathing child of God. So I don't know why they do me like that. Just because I got an opinion and I don't mind speaking facts. And I don't mind integrating new information into my data catalog. Gotta see through the fog, I'm all for it. I'm never against it. All I want is my penance. What's good is Monday? Or see, I don't say what's going on. I don't say what's happening. I don't even say how are you. I say what's good. I say that because I would like to elicit a positive response. Can you dig it? Positivity. What did we learn last time? An act of kindness performed, an act of kindness received, an act of kindness witnessed. What's up, y'all? I know y'all. What's good? If you can't tell, I live in a small town. Well, a lot of people, but small town vibes. Anyway, so yeah, 3 ways to boost the immune system strictly with kindness. And that is by, you already know. You already know. Be kind. Experience kindness. Witness kindness. It's a beautiful thing, baby. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Monday. Still working on my hashtag for Monday. Meditate Mondays. My macro Mondays. Ooh, macro Mondays. I like that. Like big picture, right? My macro. Think about that. What do y'all think? What's a good hashtag? I need it to be with 2 consonants. What is that? Alliteration. I need it to be alliterative. And that's really it. And it just makes sense. My favorite ones is Face Your Fear Friday. Small Business Saturday. That's been around. That's not new. Stay Sane Sundays. I really like that one. That was inspiring. And I've been asking people, what do you want to hear about? What topics do you want to hear about? And today, I heard that they wanted me to talk about the shooting. I'm not really informed. That's why I was listening to Mr. Tim Pool here. And I guess, you know what? Let's have him inform us. He's the journalist. He's a journalist that I trust, more importantly. Because as Eric Weinstein said with the DISC, right? The Distributed Information Suppression Complex, there are no institutions to be trusted anymore, unfortunately. Hate to break it to you. But these are the facts. So Timmy. Should we back up?
3 months after the George Floyd incident.
Yikes.
Now, there's also a bunch of videos going around of a car dealership was burnt to the ground. They just lit up like almost every vehicle. And the creepiest thing about it is that the local dealership sign, they put up a sign saying Black Lives Matter. And they still torched this vehicle because they don't care. You can bend the knee all day and night. You can bow.
No, hold on. It's not in the gosh, there's been so many riots. Let's see. Rodney King riots, was that in the 91, 92, 93? The LA riots. I hope that I have my years and my facts straight, but what's in my memory is, stores, mom and pop businesses trying to protect their wares. And one of the most common things that people would do to protect those wares would be to put up a sign in the window showing, oh shoot, that was a mistake. They would put up a sign in the window, kind of like Passover, right? What was that? Would you put lamb's blood up on the Hoosier what's it? And so that way the angel of death would pass over. So that way, Passover, get it? So I'm sure there's footage somewhere during the LA riots of a Korean, Asian, I'm not quite sure which, I'm very bad at that, store owner putting up a sign that says black owned. I'm sure there is a photo or video footage of that. And you know what? I'm not mad at that. Self-preservation, right? Because if the people really are protesting, looting, and rioting for a just cause, right? And they're not just out there for their own gain, then one would imagine that they're not looking to hurt their fellow, not countrymen, what's the word? The other blacks, right? So if a store really is black owned and they know that to be true, I'm wondering, would they leave those stores alone? I don't know. But I feel like as I go around and participate in the economy and commerce and karma, that kind of is what this feels like. I mean, you've heard me driving around town, and I see these signs. Some of the biggest companies, the chains, and the mom and pops, they have some sort of something in the window to try to, hopefully it's, solidarity with the issues in hand. Excuse me. But it for sure could be just an attempt at self-preservation. So when I see Black Lives Matter, up in the window, and, we're committed to this and that and what have you, that's how it comes across to me. Make sure I'm doing this right. How many items? Uh-oh, is that too many items? I hope not. I have a feeling it's going to be close. Don't mess with my money. Don't mess with my money. So let's see. George Floyd was Minneapolis, right? Y'all remember my personal too many items were deposited. I thought so. My apologies. That's my bad. I had a feeling. So I can't deposit more. Whatever. Don't you hate that when you go to the bank and your account is full? Don't you hate that? Oh goodness. It's a little inside joke. Why you wanna do me like that? So yeah, George Floyd. So y'all know, I went a full 6 days without knowing nothing. Right? 4 days on accident, 2 days on purpose. And it was very fascinating. I need to do a deeper dive on that. Maybe what would that be? An essay? I don't know. We'll figure it out. That was Minneapolis, Minnesota, right? And so this is Wisconsin. I'm so sorry. I'm a typical ignorant American, typical ignorant Californian that is just so bad at geography, even in my own country. So yes, I did confuse Wisconsin with Minnesota. My bad. But from what Tim was saying, it's bad. Like the rioting and the looting is just next level. And I don't know any details of the story, so I probably shouldn't comment on it. So I will. Let's get a little more coverage from Mr. Tim Pool. I did join. I supported him, by the way, on YouTube. I clicked join, support, which is a monthly contribution, because I feel that even though I don't agree with everything that he says, I feel like I can trust his intellectual integrity and his journalistic integrity, and so that is why. Something I'm trying to do is support and promote the things that I love, that are important to me, and not, talk down about the things that I don't care for. Of course, there are exceptions. Of course, I'm a hypocrite. I'm a human. And I will forever talk shit about the governor of California, Nunu Doo-Doo. I will forever talk shit on the First Lady of Los Angeles, Garcetti. And yeah, I'll have my my people that I talk mess about, but they're public officials. They wanted it. They ran, right? They wanted the attention. That's what you get, right? I'm very excited about Unity 2020. It's coming together, right? The Dark Horse podcast, the Articles of Unity. I believe they have 6 potential candidates that maybe drafted. Oh, so exciting. And it's one of those things. Hey, look into it. I don't want to hear that. Hey, it's August already. Too little, too late. Shut up with that. Even if they don't win, it is a win. Because people will start thinking differently about our system. Can you dig it? So let's get a couple more details from Tim, and then we're going to get a couple more details.
Still burn your building to the ground.
You damn right.
Stop begging.
That's right.
Now, I don't know if Donald Trump should invoke the Insurrection Act or send out the National Guard, but I will tell you this.
Give me the facts, Tim.
If they do not call in the National Guard
Give me the facts.
now, it will be on par with or worse than the George Floyd riots, assuming it actually goes that direction. And I think it will.
Whoa.
I think it will. especially this next weekend.
Whoa.
Kenosha police confirmed there was an officer-involved shooting after they were called to reports of a domestic incident at 5:11 p.m. They say police said they provided immediate aid to the man who was shot, since identified as 29-year-old Jacob Blake. Blake was taken by Flight for Life to Froedtert Hospital,
Yikes.
Milwaukee, in serious condition. A video widely shared on social media appeared to show the moment of the shooting. Yeah, and you can see it.
Oh, man. No, I don't
The
want to
clip
see
shows
it.
Blake walking away from at least 3 officers while they point their gun at him. As he attempts to enter his SUV, one officer grabs onto his tank top and tries to pull him back. Several shots are then heard while onlookers scream out. It's not clear if more than one officer fired their weapon. It's also not clear if this man had a gun. Then I'd be willing to lean towards he probably didn't. But what do you think the cop's going to do when you are wanted, you have a warrant, you refuse their orders, and you reach in your vehicle? I've seen the videos of what happens to cops who don't protect themselves in these circumstances. What's the proper procedural solution for this? I don't know. I think we could do things differently.
That's sticky.
Personally, I feel like the cops could have retreated, but it's a question. I'm sorry. I don't think my opinion has very much weight in the matter. I think everyone's going to look at this and say, I know what should have been done. But if this guy did turn out to be a domestic abuser and he was escaping, what should the cops do? Let him escape after he just beat somebody? They don't know that. What if this guy was armed? No idea. I'm not going to pretend to have the answers. All I can do is tell you that you better start getting ready for the escalation.
And Tim has been talking about, you know, this is going to get worse. All the big cities, all the major cities are not the place to be. You know, it's going to spill out into the suburbs, and so, you know, it's another thing. I'm not scared. I'm just aware, paying attention. I'm focused. Beau of the Fifth Column that we've talked about a couple times, he posted a take, and this one is titled "Let's Talk About Country Folk and Their."
Because any time one of these situations happens, and by situation...
It's a short 5-minute video.
Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Beau again. So today's going to be a little bit different, obviously. Can't film in the shop. Big storm came in.
Get to it, Beau. Get to it.
So today, we
Follow
had
his
another one
channel.
of those situations last night, right? We're not actually going to talk about the situation. We're going to talk about something related to the situation, but a little bit separate from it. This
He will
video is for
eventually.
people who look like me and sound like me. My people, white country folk.
He's so candid. I love it.
Anytime one of these situations happens, and by situation I mean the cops go a little bit too far, and by a little bit too far I mean a whole lot too far. People hop on Facebook and you make your little post, and you get 4 or 5 likes from people you know, people who actually live around you, from your actual physical community. And you get a whole bunch of likes and comments and shares from people you've never met. And see, I think that's leading to a misunderstanding of how popular those opinions are among people like me. Big storm, right? It's the first storm of the season.
I can hear it.
Everybody knows the real big ones are going to come later. So today, starting last night, people started calling each other, making sure everybody was okay. Everybody had what they needed for the big storms coming later. Talking to a friend, I'm like, hey, you heading over to person X's house? And he just says, nah. No explanation, because I don't need one. I know why he's not going. Same reason I'm not. See, your community, your
He's in
physical
Florida,
community,
by the way.
they see those posts. Those are not popular opinions. We also see the posts where you're like, oh, poor Lavoy, poor Randy. Oh, but that person that's got even the slightest bit of a tan, no, they should have just accepted that life and death game. But Simon says the cops challenge them too. They should have complied. Nobody should resist. Meanwhile, you can say that on Facebook because they don't know.
So I don't know if y'all are familiar with this dude. I don't know what your immediate thoughts are, just based on his appearance and what he said so far. I would challenge you to don't judge a book by its cover, and let the content speak for itself. And also challenge yourself to take in content from people that think differently than you, or can you dig it? All right. And Beau posts every day. It's always political or, you know, practical, tactical, whatever. But I've come to respect his content a great deal. Again, it's only 5 minutes.
No, you. However, I was with you when you got hit in the head with a mag light for resisting.
Oh, and by the way, I think him and I are on the same page. Oh, you know what really grinds my gears? What just crushes my soul? And this has been the case as long as I can remember. When people that don't look like me say to people that look like me, look, just follow the law and you've got nothing to worry about. That is not always the case. My least favorite thing to hear when it comes to incidents, however Beau put it.
People who live in the country, we tend to be anti-authoritarian. We like the freedom that comes with living out away from everybody. We rely on each other.
I can dig it.
We rely on principle. If your principles are so weak that they can be overridden by skin tone, something that superficial, they're not really your principles, are they? It's just something you say. And if it's just something you say, you can't really be trusted, can you? And you know what that means in a community like this. Nobody wants to be around you. Nobody wants anything to do with you. Nobody's going to help you because you can't be trusted. You can have different principles. Sit around and argue about that all day long, as long as you stick to them. But if you're don't tread on me, but that only applies to certain colored people, we know that's not really your principle. Your real principle is something else. And every time this happens, that mask slips a little bit.
Ha! Mask.
We don't like it. These are not popular opinions anymore. You need to remember, Hollywood gave people like us 2 shows. One about a lawman didn't even carry a gun, and one about guys who, well, the entire show was about them resisting.
What, Dukes
and you
Hazzard?
Pretend you love it.
What?
Because it gives you an excuse to have that stupid flag.
Yeah,
No, I'm not really like that. I just really like Dukes of Hazzard.
Ah, I called it.
Meanwhile, you're out there cheerleading for Boss Hogg. We all see it. It changes people's opinion of you, because what it tells us is that you don't have any principles. Not any that you stand for.
Ugh. Not cool.
You need to remember where you come from.
Where you come
need
from?
to remember that moonshiners, they were the original defund the police. Not paying taxes, going out of their way. You need to remember that
Tea Party.
the term redneck, one of the more likely places it came from, had to do with organized labor, unions, collective bargaining, communities coming together. All that stuff that now you're like, oh no, that's bad. That's Marxism. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. Except you. You let Facebook, you let some dude with a red hat change who you are on a level so deep that those people who know you in real life don't want anything to do with you.
Ooh, hurts.
I don't know that they changed you either. I think it just made you show it. Either way, you better see if those people on Facebook come help you with the storm.
Ooh.
Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.
Are they gonna help you in the storm? You didn't think that was gonna go how I was gonna go, did you? And I will follow up and hear what he has to say, because he didn't address the issue, but he did talk about people that don't have values or principles, or not nearly as strong as they think they do, and you know, the anonymity of keyboard warriors. Oh, I watched listened to a great podcast. Who was it called? Ben and Tim? Anyway, they interviewed Brett Weinstein. And it was great. It was, you know, he's a very smart, young millennial dude. Let me see if I can find it in my history, because I would love to promote them, because I did really enjoy. Come on, I just want my history. I did really enjoy this, so I would like to promote them. Let me find it. Ben. Here we go. Charlie and Ben.
Is that if you hold people responsible for living their values perfectly, then the people who pay the highest price are the people whose values are the most restrictive.
So yeah, I want y'all to check this out. Charlie and Ben podcast, the episode where they interview Brett. And I've been following Brett for a while, and I like that. I like to hear things like this, because it's Ben and Charlie. They're millennials. They're entrepreneurs. They live in Santa Monica, California. They studied philosophy. And the questions that they asked, you know, it wasn't just, they weren't just being fanboys and being, yes, they were asking challenging questions and not agreeing on everything. It was fantastic. They took them to task about the Unity 2020 project. Anyway, points of view. Now, the gentleman that was shot in the back by the police in, I'm losing it, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Oh, that's why, okay. That's why. Okay. YouTube wanted me to watch the I'm sorry. None of this is funny. But you know, YouTube will subject videos, and it wanted me to watch, which in retrospect is kind of funny, kind of silly. I don't know. I'm tripping. This.
He says Trump's going to win Florida.
You remember this. Remember this?
That's your nightmare scenario, huh?
So classic.
Says she wins by 5 points.
Y'all remember
No,
this.
my friend at Slate says she'll win by 3.
I'm sure you remember
She'll
this.
definitely win the electoral college.
So accurate. Shout out to Neil Brennan for writing this sketch.
Yeah, she got Vermont.
Go rewatch it. Go rewatch it. It says the sequel is going to be better than the original. And it was just the liberal tears. But there's something in here.
I just talked to my brother-in-law at CBS. He says Trump's going to win Florida.
I guess that the Latinos didn't hear about
They didn't hear your toast. So I made a very off-color joke earlier today, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why.
Trump might actually win.
I mean, of course. What are you talking about?
I tried to tell him that.
What is happening? Why are women even voting for him?
Yeah, I don't get you ladies. I mean, the country's 55% women. I mean, if the country was 55% black, well, we'd have tons of black presidents. I mean, Flavor Flav would be president.
Flavor Flav.
Okay, all she has to do is come back and win Wisconsin, come back and win Michigan, come back and win Pennsylvania. And some of the counties are the urban counties they're so black people vote late.
Yeah, let's hope there's 100,000 of us in Green Bay. The brothers love the Packers.
That's funny. CP time, right? Colored people time. Black people voting late. Very clever, right? And they were saying that it was coming down, in the 2016 election, she got to win Wisconsin. And then Chris Rock says, yeah, let's hope there's 100,000 black people in Green Bay. Brothers love the Packers. And so I made a very off-color joke to another melanated person. This was an inside joke. And we've been going back and forth with, political jabs and whatnot. And I sent this, and I said, referring to the shooting. Oh, this is so terrible. Y'all can cancel me. I don't mind. I care less and less what people think about me every day. I'm a father. I'm trying to build wealth, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what you think. I'm gonna say what I feel. And I said, welp, looks like there's gonna be 100,000. Oh, my math is so terrible. Jeez Louise. 99,999. Yeah. 99,999 in Green Bay. Implying that one may not make it. Very off color, very disrespectful. I'm aware of that. When I'm uncomfortable, I make terrible jokes. It's just part of my defense mechanism, part of, I don't know, my ego lashing out. I don't know what you'd call that. I hope he pulls through. I hope he survives. I don't even know his name, but I think that it is some cowardly shit to shoot somebody in the back. Allegedly, supposedly, he was reaching for something in his car, and I guess he had a record. I don't know the details, but it is never a good look to shoot someone in the back, especially at a time like this. It's a shame. It's a shame. Brett Weinstein pointed out on the Dark Horse podcast, I believe it was last week, or maybe the week before, he was talking about the actual logistics and how it would play out to defund the police. He and many of us are for police reform. The very salient point that he pointed out that I think a lot of people are missing is, if you want something new, if you want something different, if you want a different solution for law enforcement in this country, it's going to be a process. But the first step of that process cannot be defunding, abolishing, removing the... He just failed an idiot test. By himself. Nobody for miles. He had a mask on. Outside. But yeah, you got to keep some law and order in place as you make the changes. Because it seems like to me, and I'm not big on statistics, but it seems to me that the cities that have reduced, abolished, whatever, the police are having huge spikes of gun violence. I don't know the right answer. I don't know. But I know that it's bad. And I want it to get better. And I'm about to go home and have dinner with my babies. And peace, 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 and love to all that are affected by the violence, by the unrest, by the pandemic, everything. We gotta help, we gotta look out for each other. Just like Beau said, the reason that his kind, and I think he said white country folk, enjoy living that way because they don't like authority, they want to be left alone, and they rely on each other. They help each other, right? And they look out for each other, and they make sure that each other has what each other needs. And we need more of that. Regardless of your demographic, regardless of your location. We need more community helping community, people helping people. Let's do it together, my friends. Let's get back to this beat. I'm in a little bit of a hurry. Just a wee bit. And I'd like you to start after the thing here. I hope YouTube doesn't take it down. I really do. Why you want to do that? Why you don't want to help your neighbors in the flatlands or the mountains, Appalachia? Why you want to do that? I'm just trying to get back to the pad and have a snack, dinner and dessert, bath, maybe movie time with my little ones. I love my kids. I love to help everyone, but I don't have time for it. Do yourself a favor, get rich, get wealthy, so you got time to contribute to the city. Yeah. Shout out to whoever made this beat. Fuck you, Action Bronson. I ride with Ghostface Killer all day, every day. I don't really mean fuck you. I just mean that if there's ever a chance to pick a side, I'm going with Ghostface every time, even though you make good music. All right, bud? Just the way it is. Nothing personal. It's just freestyle fresh. That's my opinion. All right? Have a wonderful week. Do what you got to do. By any means necessary, take care of your family. Canatonic.co. Did I tell y'all? Canatonic.co. I need a new hat, man. I need a new hat. Use code FRESH2020. Instant savings. All right? Give your body, give your mind, give your spirit, your family, your neighborhood, your community, your city, your county, your state, the nation, the world, and the future the things needed to fight the disease.